Hey math fans, we're on section 2.9.1. Let's get started. Lesson 9 brings us back to the concept of sequences. And remember, an arithmetic sequence is separated by what's called a common difference. We're going to be using the variable d for difference. And you can see that there are two formulas here. This is the explicit formula, which is nice because you can just substitute the numbers in for n if you want the first term, the second term, the third term, the fourth term. You just substitute whatever value you would like in for n. The recursive formula is a little different. It still uses that common difference, but remember, it uses the previous term. And if you remember, this term right here, a n minus 1, means the previous term. Example 1, find the common difference, write the explicit formula, and find the 10th term for the following arithmetic sequence. We definitely need to find the common difference because that's a major part of this formula. And we'll also need the first term, which is pretty obvious. The first term is going to be 3. But how do you find that common difference? Remember, the common difference can be found by taking one term and subtracting the previous term. So 9 minus 3, 15 minus 9, 21 minus 15. And you're going to see that we keep getting the number 6 as the common difference. You need to do this at least 2 times. With a common difference of 6, and the first term is 3, we can just go ahead and use the explicit formula. So the first term is 3. The common difference is 6. Distribute. And then you will get the final answer is a sub n is equal to 6n minus 3. And there's the explicit formula. Now we can use this to find the 10th term. Notice when I want to find the 10th term, I now make the formula a sub 10 is equal to 6. And instead of n, I'm going to write 10 because I want the 10th term, minus 3. And the 10th term is 57. Write a linear function that corresponds to the following arithmetic sequence. Once again, write down the formula for the arithmetic explicit sequence, which is a sub n equals the first term plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. You got to find that common difference, which is negative 7. How do you get that? 1 minus 8, negative 6 minus 1, negative 13 minus negative 6, all yield the same number, negative 7. And what's the first term? The first term is 8, and it will go in to the formula just like that. Down below, I've substituted the values of negative 7 for d, and the first term being 8. You simplify, and then you get the simplified version of the explicit formula for arithmetic sequence. But they want a linear function, so let's turn it into function notation. So all you have to do really is change that a sub n to f of x. And notice now it's f of x equals negative 7x plus 15. Example 3. An arithmetic sequence is defined recursively by the formula a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus 5, where your first term is 29. Then it says find the first 5 terms of your sequence, write an explicit formula, and then find the 15th term. The good news is that the recursive formula identifies our common difference right away. I know the common difference is going to be 5. So now all I have to do is really just take that value of 5 and then use the explicit formula. But first, let's find the first 5 terms. So the first term is 29. I know the common difference is 5. So all I'm going to do is add positive 5. Second term is 34. Third term will be 39. 44 and 49, there are your first 5 terms. The first thing you should do is write that explicit formula. What do you need in the explicit formula? Well, you need the first term and you need the common difference. Pretty easy. The problem says the first term is 29, so it gets substituted in right away, and the common difference is 5. All we have to do is simplify. And when we simplify, we get a final answer of 5n plus 24. Now we can go ahead and find any term we want. For example, the 15th term, like the problem asked for. To find the 15th term, all we do is substitute 15 in for n, because that's the number term that we're looking for. Simplify, and we get 99 as the 15th term. And that's going to do it for this section. We'll see you in class.